The discontinuation of the EDU Afya scheme that began in 2018 and benefited 1 million students in public secondary schools was today under probe before the National Assembly Education Committee.
That was the whole issue.
Here, Basic Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang defended the ministry, saying the decision to discontinue the scheme came from Parliament after it scrapped the National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF.
And in the transitional clauses, which were done by this Hawker's House, is that it was indicated that NHIF ceases enhanced schemes, which ours was one of them.
However, Belio said under the Social Health Insurance Fund, all deserving students from pre-primary school will benefit, unlike in EDU Afya, where it only targeted secondary school learners.
The new framework will cater for deserving learners in pre-primary, primary schools, as well as those who have been doing it under EDU Afya.
He also assured the country that despite discontinuation of EDU Afya, the 9 learners who sought medication in India were still taken care of, with only 4 still undergoing treatment.
We did commit ourselves in writing that none of them will fail to be treated until they are able to come back. 4 of them have come back. One of the kids took up a parent scheme. It is only new ones who travel that may not travel.
The ministry was also tasked to explain why the remaining resources under EDU Afya were channeled to capitation and what alternative was provided for students who were under EDU Afya.
We used to retain 1,350 for purposes of EDU Afya, and that resource was released to schools. We did give instructions to schools, giving them guidance that the resources that we used to retain for purposes of medical support has now been released to schools, and therefore schools must continue to provide medical care to the students.
It is expected that the registration of students under NHIF will begin soon. The Ministry of Education also called on the government to increase the next financial year's budgetary allocation towards school feeding program from 4.9 billion to 6 billion shillings so as to benefit 4 million learners. Harriet Chimea, K24.